Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is well. In today's video, we are talking fashion hot topics. So we're just gonna run through a few pieces, a few things that people are talking about right now and see what our opinions are on them. If you're new to this channel, my name is Devin. I make videos on fashion, vlogs and unboxings and everything in between. So please consider subscribing. And without further ado, let's get into the tea. So up first, Balenciaga recently have just released their new bag and it is the trash bag. I don't know if you've seen it before or not. This is a few pictures of it right here. Do I think it's a little bit ridiculous? Yes, but do I still think people will buy it? Yes, it's valued to be £1,700. I don't think it's actually in stores yet, which I think is wild. Who is going to pay £1,700 even for a normal bag in general that is designer, but never mind a bag that is supposed to be styled after a trash bag for £1,700? I mean, they are just clowning people. But I do think people are actually going to buy this. I feel like it could be a very trendy piece. Not many people are going to buy it or going to be willing to fork out that kind of coin for it, but I do think people are going to be using it in these streets. I've got a feeling. I feel like it's going to be worked into this kind of like oversized aesthetic that Balenciaga just did on their runway show, so I feel like people are going to try and make this work. But let me tell you, don't leave it on the kitchen floor because it will be used for trash. I mean, because it does literally look like the exact same as a trash bag. So oof. Do you know what? Would I personally buy it if I had endless coins to buy it? No, I still wouldn't buy it because I think it's a little bit ridiculous. And you know I like a mini bag anyway, so this is a little bit ridiculous and obscene for me. But if you think you can make it work in your wardrobe, then get your life, girl. Up next, we're going to talk about Kim K, right? Either love her or hate her, I'm into her, I'm obsessed with her. But recently, oof, the looks haven't been quite giving what they were supposed to give. Ever since, you know, people are always saying to her, oh, since Kanye stopped styling you, you've fallen off. And I was like, no, she was turning looks beforehand and she has turned a few afterwards. But now I'm seeing that that could be possibly true, because ever since she did Saturday Night Live in New York and she wore those all Balenciaga looks, I think she had the all pink crushed velvet look. Oof. God, that look was sensational. That was literally one of my favorite looks of this year. Like, oh, I'm just so obsessed with it. Ever since that, she hasn't really pulled it back. And I actually thought this was her styling herself, because her and Kanye had actually broken up since then. But as I watched Keeping Up, it showed that he actually was still styling her, which he did a fantastic job. But then I realized that Kim didn't actually style herself, so that was still Kanye. So she looked bomb, but it wasn't her pulling these looks. So do I think she may need a new team, as there's no chance of her going back to Kanye for their styling tips, because as we've seen through, you know, the socials, they are going through it at the minute. I think she might need a new glam team, not for hair and makeup because they're killing it, but just for looks. Maybe just a whole new person who's not really done a lot of celebrities. Maybe someone who's a little bit more low key and then just be solely for her. That's what I think she should do, because the looks right now haven't been quite giving, but I know she's got the potential to bring it back. Like, I like the icy blonde hair with some of the looks, but sometimes it's like womp womp, or it's like womp womp. So I'm just like, can we figure that out? But I know you can pull it back, and I see very much the potential in you, girl. So up next, I'm going to just quickly talk about Chanel, because I don't really talk about them that much on this channel because I'm not really a Chanel girl. I don't have any Chanel pieces apart from like a little Chanel corset, so I don't really have much to say on them apart from their prices, and their price increases are getting literally so ridiculous. They are beyond wild. I remember the black classic flap in like caviar leather used to be like £2,500, which obviously back then was steep, but like it was still kind of like you could save money and it would be affordable for you to get at some point. But with these price increases, now the simple classic flap is like £5,000, if not slightly more, and their hardware isn't even gold anymore, it's gold plated, and the word on the street is that their quality isn't as good. I've heard it through a few sources are saying so. So do I think it's worth the money? Absolutely not. So then if a medium classic flap is like 5,000, so a large one would be what, 6,000 ish, maybe 6,500. So why would you not just save that little bit more extra and get a Birkin? Why would you not get a Hermes Birkin for the same price? Like, are these increases just going to keep going? Because otherwise Chanel is going to be worth, Chanel bags are going to cost more than Hermes, Birkins and Kelly's, which makes absolutely no sense because the Birkins are literally handcrafted. Like, I have amazing quality and like really nice hardware, all the different colors, and their durability is literally amazing. So why would you pay for a Chanel bag, which is nearly the same price, sorry, as a Birkin? Absolutely not. That makes no sense to me. So Chanel need to rethink what they're doing and just maybe have a flat line of their prices, because if this increase keeps going, it's going to be ridiculous. But I would say if you are still wanting a classic bag, because they are cute, I would definitely get them from a reseller and get them pre-loved, because there is so many pre-loved ones you can get that are still amazing quality, and you can get them for literally like 2,000 off buying a new one. And I know sometimes you want that whole experience of going into the store and, you know, sitting down and getting to look through all the different bags and maybe getting a glass of champagne and having that whole experience. But is that whole experience worth an extra £2,000? I would say no, when you could go to like the Real, Redulux. There's so many different places I can link down below, a few extra ones to get bags from, than to pay that astronomical price. Like, no sir. Even if I had the coin, I still would not buy a brand new Chanel bag. I definitely would get one pre-loved. 100% is the way forward. Also, I'm just going to run through some of the brands so far for 2022 that have been the best sellers. They're not all luxury ones, but I thought I'd just go through them just to throw them out there to see what people are doing and what people are wearing in these streets. So, at number 10 on this list for best-selling brand of 2022, we have Cartier. Number 9, we have H&M. Number 8, we have Uniqlo. Number 7, we have Chanel. Not surprised with those crazy prices. Number 6, we have Zara. I mean, a lot of people still wear Zara, and I think they are actually a really good brand. And they are very affordable, but they also knock off other people's brands, which is slightly annoying, but then good for, you know, Zara, because they keep it in that price bracket for the normal people to buy. Number 5, we have Lululemon, which I'm quite surprised about. But actually, I feel like a lot of people do use their sportswear. I don't personally, I don't really know anyone who does. Maybe 1 or 2 people, but they're selling, so get your life. Number 4, we have Adidas. Number 3, we have Louis Vuitton, which makes a lot of sense because I feel like a lot of people do buy Louis Vuitton. And also, if people are looking for like their first purchase, I feel like a lot of people do go for Louis Vuitton. It is a little bit new money, but it still gives, so it makes sense. Number 2, we have Gucci. Gucci sold 18.1 billion so far. And number 1 on the list, which doesn't surprise me at all, is Nike, who sold 33.1 billion so far. Everyone loves a bit of Nike. There's not one person I know that doesn't have 1 or 2 Nike pieces in their wardrobe, so that's the tea. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is real or fake items regarding designer pieces. So I am a man who does collect, you know, designer goods, designer bags, wallets, some bits of shoes, a tiny bit of clothing, not many, but mainly bags. All my items personally I've saved for or gotten as maybe as a gift or something. I personally just get them all real, just because I'd rather save my money and then know that I'm getting something that is good quality made. And also, like, with fake stuff, it's not even about like if you can't afford the real one. That makes complete sense to me, but sometimes it's like you don't know who's actually making that bag. Like manufacturers who like got, you know, 100 people squashed into a room that's only for 10 people all making these bags. So it does come down to that if you actually think about it. But obviously I understand that everyone can't afford different stuff, but then I think for me, like, I would say I want a Louis Vuitton bag, I would put money away until I can actually get the bag. Or I would think, oh, I like this Louis Vuitton bag, can't afford it, so why don't I get something alternative that maybe is from another designer that is slightly cheaper, or just something that is non-brand that still looks similar. Do you know what I'm saying? My first designer item, I actually nearly got close to buying a fake one, is when I went to college and I really wanted this Louis Vuitton bag to start college with. So I was on eBay and I was like, let me just get a fake one, because no one's gonna know, I'm just gonna get it anyway. Like, I've not got any designer items really, so it's not that big of a deal. And then I didn't end up getting it because I was like, do you know what? Why am I desperate to have this bag? Why don't I just wait until I can actually afford it and then get it? So that's what I did, and I appreciated the bag so much more, and I took so much care of it. I mean, I did burn it slightly with the cooker, but apart from that, you know, I worshipped this item. Like, I looked after it. I was so proud about it, which I don't feel I would have had that feeling if it was a knockoff. Me personally, My mom mixes and matches, like she has some real ones and she has some fake ones, and that's completely fine. But like, it's just what you can afford really. But I feel like if you can't, maybe find an alternative. But if not, get your life, girl. Guys, thanks for watching my fashion hot topic roundup. Maybe I'll bring these to you like once a month just so we can, you know, conversate and, you know, spill some tea. Please consider subscribing and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.